I'll come back with a quick, quick video, man. Oh yeah, man. I was talking about this yesterday, and it's crazy because I actually had this last Friday. The video I had just talking about. I was want to talk about like keeping your word, man. Honestly, man, because you know what it is too. That's why the Most High is a man of His word, man. Let me get this in numbers real quick, then Hebrews, but it just goes into like the spiritual aspect of real quick, man. Because honestly, a lot of times that's why I just like like that's why I mentioned in one of the other videos today about watching things with or acknowledging all the ways of the Most High of acknowledging all the ways of the Most High in your house, man. Seeing it in every aspect of your life, man. Because even last year I was at the school now, and I see why the Most High akin us to children, man. Because honestly, I just was in the past, man, but because like even that, like when I was working in school last year, even now, it's like it's going to be a remnant of children that actually are upright and good, but the rest of the children is going to like just like the children of Israel, just like in Zechariah with the 2/3 and things in nature, but there'll be a small remnant, man. That's why you see that aspect of that in your life, man. You spiritually starting to see that, man, and starting to because and honestly, I'm seeing that as an aspect of how the Most High, Yahushua keeps the word, because the that's why they're both akin to the Father, man, because and but I see why the Most High likens us to children. One, because not only they're the ancient of the days, the Alpha Omega things in nature. Like Job says, their years can't be searched out, their origin can't be searched out. But even in the aspect of keeping your word, man. Because honestly, man, children. I was actually talking about this with Edema yesterday, man. She's cool though. Yeah, she's cool though. But she was talking about how she does what you call them this little after school program. Because she's in like costume designer for plays and theater, pretty much for saying for in the arts, pretty much for saying theater. And she went how she was going to how she's supposed to do math for the children, things of that nature. And one of the students went up to her and said, "Hey, did you have our math? Because you were supposed to do this and this and that." And she was like, And I was kind of laughing, but that happened to me last Friday because I'm at school that I'm at now, because children, they will hold you to that word. That's why the Most High, he's different than any other. The Most High house out there, he's different than any other God, because you can go to him and say, but Lord, you say he's going to do this and this and that. He's not going to be like, majority of the time, because sometimes he's like, all right, don't come at me sideways. But sometimes he's going to be like, yes, I did say that, and he's going to do it. And the Most High always follows through. That's a no-brainer right there. But he keeps his word. But I said to say, man, because children, they'll hold you when you say something, promise something to a child. They're going to hold you to that, man. Honestly. So that's why it's so important to keep your word. Because I told him one of the students said because one of the students came up to me and said, oh, because what I'm doing now is a little different, but they said, listen, they assigned me to another student, but I told some of the students that I was going to be with them all day, and one of the little young sisters, she said to me, she said, but you said you were going to be here the other day, with us the whole time. I was kind of looking at her. I was like, yeah, but they placed me somewhere else. But that just popped in my mind how you keep your word, and I kind of because children, they will bring you, they'll take you to task about keeping your word, man. But yeah, man, if but yeah, exactly. What do I have here? But yeah, man, that's just is what it is, man. So they'll hold you to that, honestly, man. But don't get it twisted though. Most High he does whatever he pleases. He can do whatever he wants. But I'm just saying to see it so you can see that dichotomy, that dynamic, real quick. Most High house, they do what they pleases. Like they do what they want to do. But one, I'm saying that because they're just, or he's a just God. We serve a just God, so it's like, okay, I'm gonna do what I said I'm going to do. But let me just get this in Luke 24 about Yahushua real quick. It's coming one of my favorite scriptures, low key, man. Honestly, because That's why Proverbs 6 and says, be a surety. Like, even if you can't do something for somebody, humble yourself. Shout out to Elder Brother Judah Mack for going into that. Humble yourself. Like, okay, listen, you make it right with that person. You can't just say, oh yeah, something came up. Say if you promise that you're gonna do something for somebody, no matter what it is. And because some people it's different. It's a balanced thing. Because some people they'll let us all right, cool, and like it is what it is. I'm gonna. It's crazy. I was actually talking about that with her yesterday. Just some situation like that happened with her yesterday. She's like, okay, cool. Like, they'll let it slide. But other people, they're going to take you to that. Like, hey, man, how could you do that? I was counting on you, this and that. But you can't get upset. It's like, oh, man, I got a life too, and stuff like that. Or, because that's evil. That's what it's like, okay, no. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get to Luke 24, then I'm going to get that in Proverbs 6. It says, Luke 24, I was supposed to get the numbers 23 and 19, but, I'll probably get that. It's impossible pretty much for the Most High to lie. And, in Hebrews 6 and 18 says the same thing pretty much. He's always gonna keep his word. Like he said, his word, Isaiah 55 and 11, his word is not gonna go void. So he's always gonna keep his word. But even that with even not to digress, like let me just digress for a little minute before I get on this. Even hypothetically, like shout out to Brother Sammy Firstborn, because I never even thought it went right over my head. I never even thought about this too in the spiritual aspect as well. Even in Exodus 32, right? Say hypothetically, hypothetically he got rid of all the tribes and things of that nature, and he kept Moses, and Moses, he made a nation out of him. He still kept his word to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because what was Moses? A Levite. And it's crazy spiritual, because that's why biblical name is so key, man. Because Levi means joined to the Most High. So all the tribes that that were left, it was Levi. That means joined to the Most High. That's why what's that account with the Levites? They all stood on one side. I think it was during the Moabites, in the wilderness when they. I forgot the account, man. It's when pretty much all the Levites stood on one side, and all the other all the other tribes, they was on the other side. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, even still with that, the Most High would have still kept his word after all these years and stuff like that. Wow, I was like, oh snap! I never even crossed my mind. So shout out to that brother for that. But still, that's why I always lead off with by his mercies we aren't consumed, man. And then even Yahushua, being the prophet unto Moses, by his mercies we aren't consumed, man. Like that's why the mercy is so key, man. Honestly, yeah, mercy. Honestly that's me. If you ask me personally, that's the greatest aspect of the Most High Yahushua, man, of the Father, man, and Yahushua, man. Because the one the same, meaning they're the one and the same. John 10:30, like when I say that too, because I'm not saying they're the same entity. I'm saying I kind of touched on that in the video, but if that y'all know what it means, y'all know what that means. But yeah, man, that's the best quality, man, because that mercy is so powerful, man. Because the fact that I can do this, but I'm not going to do this, man. And the most powerful people, man, can be. That's the most dangerous. Because you know what it is too. That makes it so genius, man. Because it justifies them. It's like, listen, man. Because it's people just. I'm no sidebar right here. Because people like this in life, man. Because honestly, it's like, okay, you did all that to this person. Like you had to do something, because that person really doesn't. That person lets a lot of things slide. They're not saying, but here's the thing too. People think. People play with the Most High's mercy, man. And that's why even when I do that, something I need to stop, because catch myself. Or people play with the mercy of the Most High, because he ain't no sucker though. He's not just gonna do what you want though. He's very merciful. He's like, that's why Sirach says what it says. So he says, as his mercy, so are his judgments as well. But I'm saying to say he's well in his right, because I met people throughout this in my life, man. It's like, okay, you did that to that person, so that means you must have did something, man. That person don't hardly get upset. That person, that's why the Most I said be slow to wrath, because he's slow to wrath, long suffering and things of that nature. Yeah, man, but that's why that indignation is means the indignation is righteous anger, man. Because it's like, okay, you've been a habitual, as the late Charlie Murphy said, you've been a habitual line stepper, man. So now you gotta get dealt with. Now I'm gonna go upside your head. So yeah, man, but that is what it is, man. But let me get this Luke 24 and 16, 19. It says, and he said unto them, what things are. And they said concerning Yahushua Nazareth was a mighty prophet in deed and word before Yahweh and all the people. So yeah, it says in word and deed. He was lived up to everything he's cracked up to be, man. I always said about that 50 Cent interview about a little clip on High 97. I think it was on. I forgot what little 50 Cent interview and what interview where he was at. But he was talking about Supreme McGriff, the one that got put a hit on him, but to get him killed. The famous infamous drug dealer back in the day. He pretty much 50 Cent in the interview. He said, "Listen, he said, listen, I don't like Preem, whatever, but he was everything he was cracked up to be, man. That's what I'm not comparing him to Yahushua. I'm saying be what he was cracked up to be. Yahushua was, that was just the first thing that came to mind when I heard that, man. He was just everything he was cracked up to be, right? Everything Yahushua, was written. He was everything because it said, listen, a mighty prophet in word and in deed of what he did, how he lived. He just wasn't, like Jay said, listen, you can't talk about it if you ain't living. He actually did this thing. I'm actually like this. That's what he was, man. So that's just is what it is, man. But yeah, man. But yeah, let's go to Proverbs real quick, man. Yeah, man. Keep your word though, man. Keep your word. That's why actually, that's why I did that video about repayment, man. About even stuff like that, because that's why mastering the basics and things like that is so key, man. Because a lot of times our people trying to get. Actually, one of the brothers talked about this in Discord, man. A lot of times our people try to get especially because words. I know I did this when I came to the knowledge, trying to came in the word, trying to go into end time prophecies, trying to get deep. Master the basics, man. Or just our people in general that's coming to the word outside the word, man. It's bro, one, can you love your brother? Can you forgive? Can you be merciful? Things of that nature, man. Can you keep your word? Can you do this and that? How are you? How's your character? How can you have integrity? Things of that nature. So that's what it is, rather than is the earth flat, or want to know about time travel, or people want to know about when they want to get deep. It's no, man. Can you pay somebody back? Can you do that? Honestly, man. And that's why I I did that video as well, man. Not that it was happening to me, but yeah, man, because our people want to do that a lot of times, but they just don't want to master basics, man. They don't, be of their word, man. Be that of that, man. That's honestly how the Most High House shot, that's how we become beloved by them, not what you trying to get deep, man. Because that's what Surety 19:24 says. Listen, you could have all the that's why even Paul says, listen, if I had charity, I have nothing, man. Listen, I can know all the breakdowns and this and that about Daniel, Revelation, Second Esdras, the 11, the eagle, and the beast, and Daniel, stuff like that. But if you wicked, that's how it don't matter, man. That is what it is, man. But yeah, man, this honestly, keep your word, and if something happens, man, honestly, let me just get this Proverbs 6 though, man. That is what it is, though, man. Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 1, it says, "My son, if thou be a surety for thy friend, thou hast stricken thy hand with thy neighbor, thou art snared with thy words, in thy mouth, thou art taken with the words of thy mouth. Do this now, my son, deliver thyself when thou art coming to thy friend. Go humble thyself and make sure of thy friend." So yeah, man. So it says, listen, man, you promise you're gonna do something for somebody, man. That something comes up, man, just go and make it rise. Okay, humble yourself. Listen, man, no matter how can I make it up to you? It's okay. You can't get upset with that person. Some people that's loud. Some people don't take this serious. Some people will take you to task about it. Hey, listen, I was expecting you this, or we might get upset with you about it. But you really gotta take that. It's okay, I did say I was gonna do that. How can I make it up to you? Rather than say, oh, I got life too. This happens. Yeah, man. Because honestly, man, you can't just do it. Because I've done this in the past too with people, man. You can't do this. Say you're gonna do something just for the credit, just for the praise. Oh yeah, that's real. That's shout out to brother Judah Mack and Master Rock, because they said this a while back. Oh yeah, okay, cool. This is a real brother. This is a good person right here. But for the praise, but when it comes down to it, you didn't do it. You not only you kept your word, but when somebody called you out and you got upset with it, no, man, okay, you gotta come back shamefaced and humbly, man. But and that's why too with the what was it, the parable about it kind of lines up with that parable, man, because a little bit, I don't know, I might go to another thing. Off topic with that, man, but yeah, man, that's just is what it is. Keep your word, man, honestly, because it lines up with, it actually goes into video I did about repayment, something like that. Video I did about that, man, because honestly, you had no problem taking the money, but now when it's time to pay back, it even says that you'll pay back with violence and curse. Actually, no, let me grab that, man. Cause that's what it is, man. It's all even not be about money, but just keeping your word. You know. Where's that? Pay it back with. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah. I think this was this the one. I think this was the one. Mm-hmm. I think that is the one with cursing. Where's that with cursing? Okay, it's all good if I can't find it. I think this probably was the one. I just can't. No, I'll just get this. No. Yeah, here's the one. Yep. Here it is. Here it is. Yep. Ecclesiastes also right chapter 29. No, I'll just go back real quick and grab this real quick. I'll set it up with this. Just trying to set it up right. Yeah, Ecclesiastes also known chapter 4, verse 31. I've been hearing 4 a lot today. It's 4 and 31. It says, "Let not thy hand be stretched out to receive, and shut when thou shouldest repay." Yeah, man. But like the that's why I mentioned that Ghostface and Wu-Tang story, man, and that's why Jay, because I mentioned that story when I made that video, because Jay. The Ghostface was telling a story. He was on an interview, whatever. He told him how Wu-Tang, Jay-Z did his show, opened up show Wu-Tang one time, and they didn't pay him like $500. But and that's why Jay said years ago after the thing happened, he blew up. He mentioned it to him, and the comments thing was like some people got pretty point. Some people was like, "Oh man, he's paid for bringing that up." Why? It was. He said, "Listen, it was the principle of it. It's like, yo, you didn't keep your word. You didn't even like do that. That's why." And of course, he don't where he's at now. Of course, that don't mean nothing. Of course, man, he's a high level warlock now, and he's right. And of course, he's successful. But that doesn't mean that it was more the principle of the thing. So, but that's just is what it is, man. But yeah, man. So that's the reason why, and also like the brother Fat Boy SCE. I'm not sure if he's a rapper, internet personality, internet comedian, things, and social media personality. He even did a clip one time. He said it's fat. He said, "Listen, if you borrow money, so that pay that money back, man, because you had no problem taking that money, so pay it back, man." But the point is, really much keep your word, man. Honestly, that's what it's all tying into one another, man. But yeah. But let me what you call him let me hit this Ecclesiastes chapter 29 verse 2 because it all ties into it. It's not just about money, keeping your word. That's the whole gist of this. But it says, lend to thy neighbor in the due time of his need, and pay thou and thy neighbor again in due season. Exactly. Here's the 3. Keep thy word, and faithfully and deal faithfully with him, and thou shalt always find the thing that is necessary for thee. For many when the thing was lent them, reckoned it to be found, and put them in trouble that helped them. Yeah, man. Many people they mess up people. And that's what it is too. Like this too. That's why I mentioned that what you call them, that Bronx still. I did that video about being used. Like nothing wrong. Like the Shelter Brothers, son be your firstborn, man. Because there's nothing wrong with being used. You just don't want to be misused, man. Because you of course, as a person, somebody like that, you want somebody to utilize you, man. What did Yahusha say? Bless them that even despitefully use you as well. But because them people that actually misuse you, they condemn themselves because they got rid of a good person in their life, man. So I hopefully that $20 or something like that was worth it. That was Sonny was giving them game in the Bronx. I was like, listen, man, what you chasing them down for $20, man? You got them off for cheap, man. So it's like, all right, cool. Now sometimes you like, it's like it's more than that. Sometimes like it said like it said put people in trouble. You lost a lot of money like that, and sometimes you can get it back, and sometimes you can't. That's is what it is, man. The Most High is going to deal with a person like that. You just don't take vengeance. You don't take revenge in your hands like that. It is what it is, man. Because they even said, listen, I think in the previous chapter, or in more chapters above or after that in Sirach, it says, listen, when you defraud your neighbor of his wages, defraud somebody's wages like you killed the son, your bloodshed. It's like you killed your son, and you killed a son in front of the father's eyes. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, man, many people do that. It's like, all right, they just played themselves, man. It's like, okay, cool, and they put people in trouble. I've seen this happen. I'm pretty sure our brothers and sisters seen this happen, and I've seen this happen. They like y'all, like like somebody that really helped you, you did them dirty like that, you did them foul like that, honestly. Like, I'm pretty sure it happened to y'all brothers and sisters. It's like, damn, you put them in trouble that helped you. But, because it all came down to you ain't even keep your word. You're a dishonorable person. You have no, you're immoral. You have no morals about you. You're not like, that's not real nigga activity. That's like, that's not, yeah, you're on a whole different type of time, man. Like, yeah, honestly, you did some sucker shit, and you probably, but anyway, it says many when the thing was lent to them, reckoned it to be found, and put them to trouble that helped them. Verse, yeah, but here's a lot of things. I've seen this happen time and time again. Yeah, that's the thing. It says, till he have received, he will kiss a man's hand, for he will, and he. For his money, for his neighbor's money, he will speak submissively. Pretty much saying submissively, but submissively. And but when he shall repay, he will prolong the time and return words of grief and complain of the time. So yeah, man, that's the thing too. Like how that's the thing too, because it's a balanced thing as well. Let me say this too, because how, like, honestly, man, because honestly you can't get like like, one, you didn't keep your word, and one, when you give it back, you can give them like cursings and insults and complaints, things of that nature. But my thing is too, even like me personally, I'm of this mindset, right? Because I'm kind of shifting off the money, but this all goes into keeping your word. If like somebody let you borrow money, no, if you borrow somebody money, man, don't constantly hound them on the things. Okay. Me personally, I just don't. I'm sorry, cool. It's gonna happen. It happens to me. They give it back. They give it back. If they don't, hey, they don't. This is what it depends on how that's another story for another day. But I'm not gonna constantly hound them. But I might bring it up. But but also too. But sometimes you got people that's not like that. That's not like that though. But you, as like somebody that received the money, you can't get upset with them like that. Me personally, I don't think somebody should constantly hound them like that. But you can't get upset like that, because you borrowed the money. You borrowed that. You asked to borrow that. So yes, you can't get mad, like And but don't get me wrong. Don't think don't think I can't see where you come from. I'm like, listen, you dealing with this. You got to deal with that. You might have bills or student loans if you went to college, or things for your children, things for your loved one, your parents, your loved ones, guardians, somebody grew up, or whether you should be orphan, or your orphan, foster parents, or your actual parents, your loved ones, or you taking care of them, they old, or this happened, got a lot of stuff, and plus on bills and stuff like that. You got all that on your mind, and this person keeps asking you about money. You in mindset now of oh man, I got you, but things is rough right now. But so I get where you come from, but still, you can't get upset with them. You can't get start insulting them, or complain about the time, or things like that nature, because you had no problem taking it. Now you can't get mad at that. So that's just is what it is. But this all goes back to keeping your word, man, because it's like, because you had no problem taking it, but now it's like when somebody on you about, it's like, you can't get upset with that. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand the mentality, like what you're going through. I understand with the mindset that you're in, like, damn, I got this right now, that person is going to have to wait to work with me. But and that person too, I'm more than honest mindset as well, because I think it's really a balance. It's a really it's a balanced thing. Like, it's a balanced type of dynamic right there, because situation right there. Because okay, like my thing is like too, for a person that lent it, you shouldn't really be hound them. Like, listen, that's where that kind of your patience and long suffering kicks in. That's where that they just the fruits of the spirit that the word being in you should be kicked in, being merciful things. That's why mercy kicks in. But also too at the same time as well, you can't, like, on a person on the other end, you can't get upset with that as well, that they're saying, that they're kind of remind you of that. Now it gets different. Like, say somebody like threatening your life per se. But that's going to something else. That's if you start. That's just going to something else. I'm kind of being a little over. I'm being a little histrionic and over dramatic with that a little bit. But yeah, man, that's just is what it is with that, man. But it's all about keeping your word, man. Honestly, man, that's just is what it is. Let me hit the 6, because yeah, just like I said about they're gonna play to themselves, they make an enemy for no reason, but they're gonna condemn themselves. That's why being misused, nothing wrong with being used, but just don't want to be misused, honestly, or being mismanipulated. Because no wrong, because manipulate just means to control or things of that nature, or to use. If you look up the definition, I got to re-look at the definition, check it again. But there's nothing wrong with that. But you don't want to be mismanipulated. You don't want to do that. But but because they were like Sonny Sam Bronx show, man, you got them off for cheap, man. Them person, they gonna play themselves, man. But some people, they're just so proud and so psychotic that they don't see the wrong they did. They gonna be alright. Like that money, whatever how much it was worth it to them. But some people are gonna regret it later. But their pride is not gonna let them to come back and apologize 2 years down the line, because that is only the person to forgive them, whatever. But that's on them to repent and apologize too, because that's where that Sirach 22 comes in. Says that's a lot of times relationships don't come back together, man, because it's upbraiding, pride, this and that. Nobody wants to admit that they're wrong, things of that nature. But let me hit this 6 real quick. If he prevail, he shall hardly receive the half. He will not count it as if he had found it. If not, he'll count it as if he had found it. Yeah, he'll treat it as if, I found it, like you hit the lottery, like it's mine. Like verse 6. If not, he had deprived him of his money. Yep, and he had got him an enemy without cause. Yep. Exactly, and it says, strive out with Proverbs 3:30, strive out neighbor without cause. You got enemy for no reason, and he paith him with cursings and railings. Yep, and for he will honor, and if for honor he will pay him disgrace. So yeah, man. Let me read that again, because I was kind of talking in between it, digressing with that. It says, if he prevail, he shall hardly receive the half. He will count as if he had found it. If not, he hath deprived him of his money, and he had gotten him an enemy without cause, and he paid him with cursings and railings. For honor he will pay him with disgrace. So yeah, man. So but let me hit this. Let me read the 7. Many therefore have refused to lend for other men's ill dealings, for fearing to be defrauded. So yeah, man, that's why I ran into people like this. That's why I said no. I don't give nobody nothing like that. I don't give people money, nothing like that. Now you're not actually supposed to do that, even though Scripture says that. That's what goes into that, man. Because that's a double-edged sword too. Because like now you kind of like you don't want to get into that victim mentality, but I understand why that, but that's not everybody's like I get it, we live in a world God to see, but there's some people aren't like that. But two, that's where that on the other side, but that's where actually the brother actually put this in Discord out today. Not only he's talking about like doing the work of the Most High, but this on this level, that's what Galatians 6 and 7 or 6 and 9, 6 and 9 kicks in. Be not weary of well doing. So even if that happens too, you still have to do for people, man. You still have to be like that, have an open hand, not close your bowels of compassion to people. Honestly, on the natural sense, because that bowels of compassion is going into actually spiritually, like being compassionate, the characteristics in the spirit of the Most High. That's what that's bowels of compassion going to, not having not being empathetic as well, not being compassionate, but also on a natural level, it's like going into now you're not giving nothing to nobody because you got somebody defraud you or didn't pay you back or things like that. No, you don't be weird. Well, then you still keep going. That happened. Hey, it is what it is. Shoot. We already know. We know what happened to Yahushua. Yahushua lost his life, man. We already know him. So how much more? Like, all right, cool. Just keep going. But yeah, man. Hopefully, this is that's why it even says in the latter part in 9, it says help the poor for the commandment's sake. Stuff like that, man. Because it help your brother lose your money for your brother and things like that. So. It is what it is with that, man. But yeah, man. But this all ties under the umbrella, under the guidelines of keeping your word, man. Because I know I go into these little diatribes, but soliloquies, as Stephen A. Smith says. But it all ties into one another, man. But hopefully it's edifying, man. Y'all be much love to y'all. Lord's willing. Y'all be blessed, man. So peace.